uh, Carmel Swim Club family. I am so disappointed that I can't attend with you in person tonight, but some medical reasons precluded that from happening. But I'm really excited just to share a couple thoughts with you about my time at Carmel Swim Club. Um, I had started with the team in 1984 and originally started with the senior team helping out just as a volunteer assistant, and was asked to lead the junior high team in the spring of '85. And my first thought was, you have got to be kidding me. That is not necessarily something that I envisioned myself doing. But then the more I started doing it, I absolutely loved working with that age group, and just they're a joy to work with over the years. So in I think it was 87 or 86, I became the first full-time employee of Carmel Swim Club. Ray Lawrence was the head coach at the time, and he was a high school teacher, and I was working another full-time job and burning the candle at both ends. Going in at like 6 a.m. in the morning from my other job, leaving at 5 from downtown, driving up to Carmel, and then coaching till about 8:30 and getting home at about 9:15, and did that for a couple of years. And something had to give because that was pretty tough.
That is.
So we were sitting around and talking, and someone asked me, well, what would it take for you to go full time? And I threw out a number, and to this day, I think, holy cow, I can't believe that I lowballed it that much. It was not very much money. But I had a full-time coaching job and was super excited about helping the team move forward.
That's great. So can you share just kind of your general feelings and emotions as you reflect now, just a few years removed from your time coaching with Carmel Swim Club, on what feelings does it evoke when you think about your time here?
Great feelings. I absolutely loved the team. I love the families, and most importantly, I love the athletes on the team. I personally, when I was growing up, I was not a very good swimmer. And so I felt like I could get as excited about any swimmer reaching their goal, not just, quote, the fast kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I really was excited to allow kids to grow and to reach goals that they had set for themselves. And I think probably the biggest thing that I wanted to do was to teach athletes to be accountable for themselves and for their own actions. So, feel like a couple words that come to mind I was obviously, at the time, our logo was courage and perseverance. So that, but I think also effort, focus, and commitment are things that I tried to instill in the athletes, and have them again take ownership for their own swimming. That they're not swimming for mom and dad. They're not swimming for me. They need to take the ownership.
That's great. Is there a specific memory that you feel really proud of from your time here?
It's interesting when I read that question. I really had a hard time with it because I feel like it wasn't something that I was proud of. I think it was seeing the joy in an athlete reach a goal that they never thought they could accomplish.
Yeah.
That to me is is the most exciting thing as a coach, where you know that they're capable of something. They maybe think they can do it, but your job is to convince them that they can do it. And then seeing them accomplish it is an unbelievable feeling as a coach, and something I'll never ever forget. And I think that's probably the thing that I miss most about on deck coaching is watching kids improve day to day and seeing the final results.
Okay, anything funny that you'd like to share from your time?
A couple things come quickly to mind. When we were a lot of times at meets, since we had so many athletes, we would swim reverse circles at warm-ups. And it was just always funny watching other kids come up to get in a lane to warm up. And we were always usually the first team to arrive and all get assembled. Usually we were there 15 minutes before warm-up started. But we almost always swam reverse circles, and to hear other kids go, wait a minute, why are they going backwards? And part of it because we could, and we just did it so that we could keep the lane to ourselves. And I think the other thing is I really liked the fact that the parents and the kids, for the most part, I guess they are junior high kids, got along well with each other, and I really felt like that they were family. They did a lot of things together. Like over Christmas break, they would do something every single day with organized activities. We had once or twice, we did a sleepover at the high school, and played basketball and just had a lot of fun. And I really felt like they looked out for each other. And the friendships I think that they formed in junior high don't happen, I think, very often. So that's something that was really gratifying to me.
Yeah. Is there anything, as you look at where Carmel Swim Club is today, that you find to be particularly exciting with your unique perspective from your time in the second and third decade of our existence to now, where we're 50 years in?
Well, I guess I'm excited to see that it's continuing to grow and continuing to get better. You never want to have a program, I think, stay stagnant.
Right.
And so I think it's as a bystander of when I went to work for USA Swimming, I always was watching to see, what Carmel Swim Club did, and now it's just gone crazy. So it's really exciting to see, the future and hear about the future of the team and the new facility, and it looks like the sky's the limit. And at one point we had talked about having the world's fastest pool. Like, well, that's a world record holder, or that's somebody, and it's not that far off, I think, from what's happening with the team right now. So that kudos to the current coaching staff and the staff that's gone in between from when I was there to keep it all rolling.
So this is a question I didn't write down, but I think your insight and perspective would be really unique to share. Do you have any advice for a parent or even one of our younger coaches who might be sitting in the audience tomorrow night for how to maximize their experience with the program?
Be a sponge. For the coaches, you have an amazing coaching staff there, and don't be afraid to ask questions. I guess take responsibility for your own education. I don't know that anyone's going to hand it to you, but I do think that you have an amazing amount of resources at your disposal that other teams and programs around the country don't have. In terms of parents, I think the big thing is love your children.
Yeah.
Love your children. That's the biggest thing that you can do. Leave the coaching to the professional coaching staff, because Carmel has always had a great professional coaching staff, and they know what they're doing. So, and especially to be more process oriented, which I know is what you know, for the athletes, not outcome, like best times. It's hopefully inevitable, but realistically, it's the process that you should be focusing on, about what are you going to do daily to get faster, you know, set by set to get faster, and how are you going to challenge yourself to do that, because you need to take the ownership on it.
Definitely. Any kind of little message or anything you want to share specifically with the swimmers that you coached, or the families that you worked with that might be there Saturday night?
Well, one, I have to thank all of you. You know, some of you know that I've just went through a big medical procedure, and posted some info on Facebook on it, and just it was pretty gratifying to see swimmers throwing the same stuff back at me that I said to them many years ago about, go for it, Tom. You can do this. You can do your mile walk. You got this. We're all here for you. So that was really cool.